I can't finish the next part of the renovation without my henchman, so while I wait for him to return, I thought I would read to you the true reading of Rapunzel. Come a little closer, because this will make your brain boggle. This telling of the story is the Grimm's brothers, and just to give you a clue, that's where we get the word Grimm from. Once upon a time there lived a man and his wife, who much wished to have a child, but for a long time in vain. These people had a little window in the back part of their house, out of which one could see into a beautiful garden, which was full of fine flowers and vegetables. But it was surrounded by a high wall, and no one dared to go in, because it belonged to a witch, who possessed great power, and who was feared by the whole world. One day, the woman stood at the window looking into the garden, and there she saw a bed, which was filled with the most beautiful radishes, and which seemed so fresh and green that she felt quite glad, and a great desire seized her to eat of these radishes. This wish tormented her daily, and as she knew she could not have them, she fell ill, and looked very pale and miserable. This frightened her husband, who asked her, "What ails you, my dear wife?" "Ah," she replied, "if I cannot get any of those radishes to eat out of the garden behind the house, I shall die." The husband, loving her very much, thought, "Rather than let my wife die, I must fetch her some radishes, cost what they may." So in the gloom of the evening he climbed the wall of the witch's garden, and snatching a handful of radishes in great haste, brought them to his wife, who made herself a salad with them, which she relished extremely. However, they were so nice and so well flavoured that the next day after she felt the same desire for the third time, and could not get any rest, so that her husband was obliged to promise her some more. So in the evening he made himself ready and began clambering up the wall, but oh, how terribly frightened he was, for there he saw the old witch standing before him. "How dare you?" she began, looking at him with a frightful scowl. "How dare you climb over into my garden and take away my radishes like a thief? Evil shall happen to you for this." Okay, I'm going to finish there, because I realise this is not what you've come onto this account for. And I think I've just heard Mark returning.